Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Let's go down now to hole number 13. An important stretch of holes coming up here late in the first round. What are some keys to finishing the first round strong?
Once again, putting that ball in play, because if you can add 1 or 2 more birdies to this scorecard, it's going to look great at the end of the day.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Almost. Wow. Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle. And getting ready for the putt. Holding steady now at 2 under par. th hole, par 4 of 389 yards. It is short, but Frank, there is some danger lurking along the way.
Yeah, most of it's sand. 2 options really: poke it down that left side, let it run down there like a bowling alley. Either that or take that bunker completely out of play, 290, 300 yard category, and get it down there where it's just a flick wedge. And
just an ideal lie, Frank. What can he do from here?
Well, if he takes advantage of the tee shot now and goes at this flag, then he will certainly gain on the field.
Frank, what's the key here? Second shot at 14.
Green sits up a little bit, well protected by those bunkers there. A nice high, soft landing shot.
Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th.
This is an awkward length.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
So just a formality here. Two under on the day. Solid par 4 here. The 15th is 468 yards.
Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power though? Whoa, that is long.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
This for birdie. Player knows they're on the move with that birdie. Quick glance at the leaderboard. They can see, Frank, they're not out of it.
Things are very volatile right now.
There you have it, Frank. First round is complete. What are your thoughts, partner?
Rich, I think anyone inside the current top 10 of that leaderboard is certainly well placed to go on and take this championship.
Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. It's second round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Frank, this is like a big water park here at PGA West. We saw it at the 6th, and here again at the 7th, a challenging par 4, 346 yards.
I've never, ever seen anyone try and drive this green. So it's just a layup. You see the bunker down there in the distance. That really is the stop sign. So it's something that's short of that. But really what I prefer is try and lay up on a nice number. Something that you've got a full shot in, whether that be a 9-iron or an 8-iron or a wedge. You'd like to have a full club in here.
Frank, this is obviously a green light situation.
It is, because of the tee shot. A smart layup here gives you the chance to go straight at this flag.
Well, this is going to be an interesting day. The wind is howling, or as they would say in Scotland, just a wee breeze. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Now comfortably inside that cut line, the former national champ makes birdie. Now we're at the 8th hole here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. 559-yard par 5. Frank, what are the options here?
A good tee shot, you can certainly reach this par 5 and 2. There's a crosswalk that comes across in that vicinity of 330 yards. That's sort of the green light area if you can get it down there. Anything short of that, it becomes very much a three-shotter. If you can get it close to that crosswalk that goes there, then certainly this becomes opportunity knocks.
Frank, just into that first cut.
Yeah, it's sitting up. Really, this isn't too bad a situation. Oh, and it gets a good kick. It's only in the first cut. Not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. Oh, it looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Getting set now over the putt. That's a solid par. Still in it, Frank. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 ninth, 452 yards, I hear players like you often say, I'm going to take it on. What do you mean by that, and how does it apply to this particular tee shot?
Well, you have options, obviously. One is to hit it down that right side, which is your best shot. The easy way is obviously to bail it out down the left side. But then you're almost giving into the hole, like you're accepting you're going to make bogey if you're lucky. So in the end, you're forced to go back to option A, which is actually to challenge the best shot you have, which is down the right side.
This is a good-looking shot. Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. And setting up here in the rough. Pretty good shot right there. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. can see the golfer is just boiling right now after that miss and a drop shot here at the ninth. Frank, they didn't have any openings at EA Sports Basketball because, I mean, this is just brutal to watch. Rich Lerner pleased to be alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Back to PGA West, getting set for the back nine and the 10th hole. It's a good-looking hole, Frank, at 416 yards.
It certainly gets your attention, just the visual there. This is one of those holes, if you've got a caddy, you say, oh, what's that carry over the bunker on that left side where the water is? He'll tell you it's like 240 yards, and then you say, well, what's it to the bunkers on the right? Well, to get past those ones on that right side, you're in the vicinity of 300 yards. This is a hole that, you'll scratch your head.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Good effort, good par putt. Well, Frank, how about this hole? Par 5 11th at 617 yards.
The goal here is to take all those bunkers down that left side completely out of play. You can get it far enough down there, you can get close to this green, but if you do stray a little bit, all of a sudden, well, it's called eternity. You're going to find that this hole will play very long. Can a ball explode?
That is big. I mean, really big. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Some tester from 4 feet.
What a birdie. Now just a handful of players in contention.
So that is a top 10 performance through 2 rounds, Frank.
It's always nice to know that you have a shot with 2 rounds left in the tournament.
This is EA Sports, PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Today it's live 3rd round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
He went for the brief swim there, Frank. He's trying to stay dry now.
He is. Just trying to avoid water on the brain as well. This will take a good swing.
Third shot now after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for. This has to go in the hazard.
Needs to get up. NASA, we have a splashdown. Still going, and going the wrong way. This is the fifth shot after that previous one went into the drink. 115 yards. Players still fighting the strong winds out there today. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That will be a 3 over on the scorecard for this hole. Time to pick up and move on. Frank, if you want to play this game at the highest level, and no doubt our players do, you have to sort of be tactical. Will you break down shots or break down a hole? How would you break down this hole in a very smart way?
Yeah, I know what you're getting at there. A lot of people would think 350 yards, you could bash a driver down there, you'd finish up in trouble. Well, the way to be aggressive on a strategic hole is to just put the first one in play in a position where you can attack with the second. And there's no shame in that. You can still walk off here more days than often than not with a 3.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Frank, we haven't seen a whole lot of that, but no doubt it feels good. .555-yard par 5 8th hole. Frank, is this a 2-shotter or a 3-shotter?
Good question, Rich. It starts to shrink down by the walkway, which is around that 330-yard mark. That's the decision has to be made. Personally, I think you try it at first, because even if you do find a fairway bunker, then it is certainly a layup. If you've got the distance, it's well worth the risk.
So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball. Second shot coming out of the rough here. And that one rolls just into the rough.
Now you have to decide whether or not that ball's going to fly or not.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Frank, this is where the mental game really comes into play. You've hit a second consecutive shot into the rough.
This could compound very, very quickly. So now's the chance to just take a little breath, take a breather, and try to make sure this shot certainly gets out.
Moves into the top 20 after the par. Finishing out the front nine with a pretty difficult par 4. Again, water down that right side. .315. Frank, the tee shot was certainly challenging, and this second shot is as well.
Yeah, both the tee shot and the second shot require you to come in from that left side. The green itself angles to the right a little bit. The trouble, as we know, is all on the right side. But this is one of those holes. You can see it on the tee and on the second shot. If you ride a 4 down, you're happy.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par. It's a big green. Just managed to get it smack bang in the middle of it.
Settles in over the putt. What a terrible putt right there. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frank, it has been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. And we are back at PGA West, getting set to continue the action on the back nine. Beautiful hole here. Rock border that lines the water here at number 10. It's 416 yards. A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Frank, again, this would appear to be a pretty good scoring opportunity.
This is so much about getting the distance right here. Bunkers on the left, there's the water to carry, that's needless to say, but also the mounding that's just behind the screen and to the right. It's very easy to just take the trouble out of play in the front and then find the trouble behind.
Never a pleasant moment, the drop after you've gone into the water, but here we are. This now the fourth shot after the last one was in the water.
Yeah, just somehow just get it on the green.
Frank, this is one you don't practice, but sometimes you have to do it. Time for the drop.
Yeah, it should be the easiest shot in golf. You've just paid for it.
Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like. In for a bogey. That'll do it for the third round. What happened, Frank, today?
Well, the third round, Rich, is always so pivotal. You realize you're trying to put yourself in a position to win. Consequently, you have to hit a couple of shots that you might not feel comfortable with. If they come off, then you can have a chance to win. If they don't, then, well, we've just seen what the result is.